Tyler Reddick and the number 45 Supply House team from 2311 Racing, Toyota. His crew chief Billy Scott on the win yesterday at Kansas Speedway. Congrats to those guys on the win. Congrats to him. And race at the end there. Thinking he was going to be out of fuel, Tyler Reddick, and that caution saving him, which is crazy. If they would have gone green all the way, rest of the way, I think he would have ran out of fuel. I think he would not have had a great finish of it. So I guess that for him was a blessing in disguise. Get some fuel and fuel up. So congrats to those guys. Michael, congrats on the owners, Michael Jordan and his co-owner, Denny Hamlin, too. So, and he's the fourth driver to win 5 of the first 9 races, too. The other 3 were Richard Petty, Kaylee Yarborough, and Dale Earnhardt. So, elite company there for him. And he's also among the only drivers still so far to finish all the races on the lead laps with him, Ryan Preece, and Brad Keselowski. So that's pretty good so far still. Second was Kyle Larson, who won the second stage. Was one of the most dominant cars, finished second. Didn't have enough there at the end, but still came home with a great finish. Third was one of my guys, one of my other drivers, Chase Briscoe. I'm going to be honest with you, he was the 7th to 10th place car probably most of the day there, but to come home third is not bad. So sometimes getting a good finish like that where you're not supposed to is really good and could be a confidence booster. So yeah, and he was also among the first drivers to take 4 tires coming out of pit road too. So the first 9 took 2 tires when they came out, and Briscoe was the first driver among the others to take 4. So those 4 tires did help for him to finish third, and because of that, he did get 4 stage points in the first stage, and he is in chase contention right now in 15th, and it's good right now. So it's not bad right now for him. So a great run for Chase Briscoe, where I didn't think he would finish third, but he did. And that caution, I would say, did save him to come home third. Fourth was Denny Hamlin, who was not happy with Cody Ware after the race, saying, you got a car 6 laps down, spinning or whatever to that effect. But he was not too happy. Denny Hamlin was, unfortunately. But he did, he was one of the most dominant cars in stage 1. But did not close out the deal, unfortunately, in this race. But it's okay. 5th was Bubba Wallace, who made his 300th start yesterday. And although he didn't win in his 300th Cup start, other drivers have, though. Ned Jarrett in 1965, Cale Yarborough in 1976, Rusty Wallace in 1993, Casey Kane in 2012, Kyle Busch in 2013, Denny Hamlin in 2014, and Joe Logano and Brad Keselowski both in 2017 to win in their 300th start. But although Bubba did not win in his 300th start, he still had an amazing run and finish yesterday. So he needs amazing runs like that. So that's good to see him um, have some great finishes um, here. So Brad Kozlowski, I meant to say this, but he, Tyler Reddick, and Ryan Preece are still the only drivers in every race so far this year. Next week could be a little bit of a challenge because we are at Talladega, but we will see. Seventh was William Byron. Eighth was Chase Elliott. Ninth was last week's winner Ty Gibbs, and 10th is Chris Buescher. I always say he's very quiet um, when finishing top 10 or having top 10 results like that. He's a very quiet driver. That's how good of a driver he is. And that rounds out your top 10. 11th was Ryan Preece. 12th was Austin Cindric. 13th was Carson Hocevar, who I think would have had a better finish if it wasn't for some of the pit crew problems he had during the race yesterday. And you're not going to win too many races unfortunately, having pit crew problems. But he still had a decent result, but I'm sure he wished it was a better result if it weren't for his crew. 14th was Riley Herbst. He had a good race yesterday. He had a decent race, got a top 15. So did his teammate Corey Heim, who I think Corey Heim deserves to be full time in the Cup Series, but you know how that goes. Gotta have money. He has the talent too. He's been doing well in the starts he's been doing in the Truck Series. So, and he deserves a Cup Series ride. So, also in my opinion. 16th was my guy Austin Dillon, top 20 run, not bad. 17th Todd Gillen, 18th Alex Bowman, and his second start back since the Vertigo. 19th was Daniel Suarez. 20th was Christopher Bell, who was among the fastest cars yesterday. I think would have had wish he would have had a better result because Tyler Reddick said in his post race he apologized getting into Bell. And I know Bell wishes he would have had a better result, but kind of a consolation is he was the Xfinity fastest lap. Got the Xfinity fastest lap, so I think you get a point there. So, 21st, Ricky Stenhouse. 22nd, John Hunter Nemechek. 23rd, Eric Jones. 24th, Ryan Blaney, who didn't have his best run yesterday, and pit road most of the year, and they did switch crews, so that should hopefully help him the rest of the year here. They switch crews with one of Josh Berry's crews because they're kind of that Penske alliance. 25th, Cole Custer. 26th, Ross Chastain, who's the leading finisher for Trackhouse Racing. I feel to me they're probably in rebuilding mode, unfortunately. But the only way I see them contending this year to me is next week at Talladega, which is a plate track, like at the plate tracks, or maybe the road courses where SVG usually does really well. So 27th, Josh Berry. 28th, Noah Gregson. 29th, Connor Zillage. I hate to see that kid struggling like this in his rookie year, but they say he can't go anywhere but up. So hopefully he improves. He's in this situation with Trackhouse right now. 30th is Joey Logano, who has been struggling a little bit this year. Hopefully those guys in the 22 team will turn around. 31st is AJ Allmendinger. 32nd was Saint Smith. 33rd, Ty Dillon. I thought he started off the year really well. A little bit, getting some top 20s, top 15s, but I've kind of hated to see him struggle a little bit. and he's unfortunately 111 points out of Daniel Suarez. So for the last chase spot, um, 34th Michael McDowell, 35th was Kyle Busch, who I think I heard he had like brake problems, from what I'm hearing, but I could be wrong. But that's why he was 4 laps down and not doing as well. 36th SVG, man, he's taken a hit these last 2 weeks, unfortunately, and he's 32 points behind Daniel Suarez. So he has the opportunity to gain some points back 2 of these next 3 weeks at least, because we go to Talladega, anything can happen there. Couple weeks after that, so and he's going road courses. Texas, we could see what let's see what he does there, but hate to see that SVG's been struggling these last couple weeks. And 37th is Cody Ware calls that last caution, unfortunately. And that rounds out your finishing order. And as for Austin Dillon, top 20 car most of the day, 16th is not bad. I think we are 60. I want to say 65 points playoff spot to Daniel Suarez, or excuse me, chase spot to Daniel Suarez. So, got a little bit of a lot of work to do to catch up in this chase, but not giving up. Go to Talladega next, among one of our best racetracks for RCR. See our teammate Kyle Busch improve during that time. So, and yeah, we're like I said, we're always as a company we're pretty fast at plate tracks, and hopefully AD can get a better result and maybe win. And I'm not giving up hope. Austin Dillon could still make this chase. Still gonna need a little bit of help along the way, but um, still trying to make this chase. And I'm still a loyal AD fan here, so let's get ready for Talladega and let's go AD.